Hello, I'm Joe from Cheap Joe's Art Stuff, and today I'd like to show you a tool that I have had so much fun with, but it's a painting knife, and I have them out here. And if you will look, here's one that has nothing on it, just a regular painting knife, number 50. And here's a number 50 with our secret on the bottom taped to it called Velcro. This is the soft side of Velcro. Here's my paper. It's 300-pound Kilimanjaro cold press paper, and I've put a 1-inch artist tape all the way around the border so it will kind of have a mat when we finish with it. And I start thinking in terms of thirds, much better than terms of halves because it's more interesting. So this would be about a third. That's marking on the tape of the way down. This would be about a third. So over here, here, and then up here, that's about a third right there, and another one right there. So with this in mind, I'm going to show you about, I'm going to imagine this is really way back, and I'm going to do over to about 2/3 of it. And then I'm going to drop down here. I'm going to come from this side over here with about to the 2/3 place. And then maybe we'll put something in the middle here. So I'll activate some color, pick up the painting knife, and I've got fresh paint on my palette, and so I'm going to pick up some of this sky blue, such a beautiful color. And I'm going to just simply come in here and put in some sky with the sky blue and the palette knife. I'm going to add a little water to it right in here. There we go. Wow, it's already pretty, isn't it? I think so. Then we'll come down here to the bottom and we'll put some of that same color in because this is a lake and it's reflecting what's above it there. So I simply do this. Now you could do all this with a knife, but it's kind of an easy, quick way to do, and I'll show you about all of it. I don't know if we'll get it finished or not, but we might. And I'll soften this bottom edge right up here, and now I'm at a third for sure, which is pretty nice. And now I'm going to take a little richer blue while this is still damp, and I'm going to mix up some of it. This is Indanthrone or Midnight Blue. Beautiful color, nice dark blue that stays dark. And I'm going to come up here to that third line, and I'm simply going to start pulling it up just like that. And it's because it's damp in there, it's staying soft edge, and that's what I want. I want that soft edge in there. And across like that. Lay the palette knife flat on the paper, and just with little upward jerks, just like that. It may be a little darker than I should be. And then I'm going to come in right now while that's still wet and come down. It makes the reflection. I'm leaving a little white line in there because if you look at water, when it's up against the shore, there looks like a little white line. And I'm going to soften that out a little bit, get rid of some of those marks like that. There we go. And now we'll come down here to the bottom again with a little darker color, and at about 2/3 along in here, 1/3 actually, I'm going to come this way. So this one's going to be small right in here, on across, just like that. Add some more color to it, nice and rich. Wow, I like these pine trees, we call them here, evergreen trees. And we'll go right on up. I'm going to take it all the way across. And it gets darker, I mean taller all the time. And I'll activate a little more paint, add just a drop of water to it, and come up pretty good with it, pretty high. And there we have some more evergreen trees. The wind has blown most of them this way to my left. And if the wind didn't do it, my painting knife did. So that's a good thing. There we have it. Ooh, it's so pretty. Now we're going to put the reflection of this thing down here below the same way. staying so that that white line stays there, and right on across all the way. Can you see what I'm doing here? Reflecting what's up there in the water. And you'll see even better right here. We're going to come up down here pretty good. And we're going to come back and reflect some of these things in here. Just like that. Just kind of move the knife back and forth. And it looks just like the reflection of these evergreen trees on a lake. And this is just one of the many things that you can do with the painting knife that make it a little simpler, and it's so inexpensive and so much fun. I'm just addicted to this thing. So this is the original piece from several years back that was sent to me by who's a friend now, but a nun. And she's a wonderful watercolorist, and she did all of this with the painting knife, enclosed this and the painting knife, and explained me how to use it. It took me years to get up with her, but when I finally did, I told her how much fun I'd had with it, and could I market it under her name, and she said no, she didn't want that kind of publicity. But I publicly thank you very much, because I've had such a great time with these little painting knives. I think you will too. Thank you for being with me.